Hey guys, Turbo495 here. Today I just kind of wanted to go over how to use the preset system for weapons and stuff in the game. Um, I know there's not many videos out there. I know there's a couple. I think one of the bigger content creators just put one out maybe a couple weeks ago. Um, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys my take on it. So first off, just to put it out there, you need to have the workshop actually built in your hideout, or you can't use presets. Um, it's probably common, but just in case, if you're wondering if you're a new player, you need to have your at least level 1, I believe, to be able to use the presets. Once you have it built, you'll have this thing down in the bottom right corner next to your handbook. It says presets, and if you click on that, you can go to open at the top left, and then it basically will show you every gun in the game. And you can build whatever you want. So you can build ergonomics build, or recoil or a mixture. Honestly, whatever you want. So just for like an easy one, we could probably do like a 74U build. There's a few mods that you can put on it. But we'll start with the stock one. What I like to do, it depends. I like to keep this open, and it depends on what you're going for. So if you're going like recoil, if you want like massive recoil reduction, the best way I think to do it, if you don't know like what any of the actual mods are good for, is keep an eye here at like the ergonomics, and then as well as your vertical recoil, because most of the mods, if they affect the vertical, they'll affect the horizontal. But you can go through and compare them. So you have 53 ergonomics. Click on that, you're at 61. And then you can kind of just cycle through every one and figure out what you want. The only issue with doing it that way is you will not see any parts in here that you don't have like discovered, I guess. So you can go through, if you want to sort by 74 used on the flea market or whatever gun you want, you can actually go through like to the best ones that are selling for the most and kind of see what they have. And then you can like look at them and stuff, and then if you go back to your presets, they'll be here. That's one way of doing it, or you can just kind of find it on your own, either way. But the cool thing is you don't actually have to have any of these parts, like any of the parts. These are like what ifs, if that makes any sense. So I like to keep this open, and you can kind of build what you want. The 74U generally, if you're going for like recoil reduction, is going to have a lot of ergonomics. Some of the guns like the M4, a lot of the AKs, you can actually like be more specific on which one you want. You can also go for like aesthetics as well. But you can see that I put these on. It takes a PS lock, or PT lock, excuse me, and a PT-3. Your ergonomics is 69, and I believe it went from 90 to 76. And then if you go up to handguards, you can see there's only a few here. Some of the guns, I believe it's only the 74U, maybe a couple AKs. If you change the gas tube, is it the gas tube? Oh, no, I was wrong. But some of them, if you change the actual gas tube, you can put different handguards on. But it should actually tell you if it's not compatible. But anyway, so we're going to go for more of a recoil build, just because I just finished a bunch of missions that I needed to have. I think it was Punisher Part 4 or 5. I had to kill 25 scavs with the 74U. But we're down to 71. Some of the handguards will actually give you recoil reduction as well as ergonomics. And again, you can kind of go through and see which one's the best by just clicking on them. So that's 68 instead of 75, and that's 74, the recoil. And see how it went down to 71 and 75. Or up to 75 and down to 71. And then as far as the foregrips go, the RK2 is the best recoil reduction foregrip in the game right now. So I usually go with that, but if I want more of an ergonomics build, which is what I've been doing, I'll get the RK1, just because it gives a bit of ergonomics. So you go that, and then you have your excuse me, your muzzle brake. It depends usually on the AKs and the M4s if you want to go loud. The PWS CQB is probably going to be the best. I might be wrong, but that's from my experience the best. So if we put that on as 56, and then I think, is it this one? Maybe it's the PBS4. So that's 64 recoil, that's 71, and that's 68. Was this one? Yeah, so 71, so this one's the best for recoil. Ergonomics, I think the loud one is better, right? So yeah, 78. So it's honestly your playstyle. Like I said, like the M4s, I believe you can still get pretty low recoil on the M4s with the like wave, excuse me, the wave muzzle brake along with the suppressor. Like you can get like a M1A down to I think it's 49 recoil. But again, then you can kind of go ahead and put on whatever else you want on here, scope, whatever you want. So if you want to say save this gun, you can. If you move that, it's save as. You name it what it is, right? Then I'm just gonna open one of the AKs that I actually have built because I don't need this version. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So this is the one that I was using for my missions. It's similar. I just didn't want to build the other one. But if you go, after you save it, if you actually want to build this weapon, you can go to Find Parts. And it's really convenient because it actually gives you all of the parts that you need. Like, you don't have to do anything. As long as you have all your loyalties up, it becomes a lot easier. Sometimes if you can actually get the weapon on the market, or not the weapon, but like the parts, like if you don't have loyalty, it'll say not available, but what you can do is hit this. It'll actually search the flea market for you. So 26 euros for that, the RP1, just stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is do find parts again, and if you buy them like this, hit yes. This is 50-50 if this will work or not, because it depends on the placement of the things that you bought. But you can try and assemble it for you. It just depends on if the game wants you to. It's the first iteration of the hideout and the presets. But what you can do is try, and you click, the one that's not built, hit select, and it says cannot do it because of the space. So it just depends on how it's oriented. But you click the assemble button, and that's how it goes. So it'll either make it or not, but you can see there wasn't enough space for it to actually be built. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just throw it together here for you so that way you can actually see that it bought all the correct parts and stuff like that. And there you go. And the same stats for the stat card that I actually put in. Well, a little bit less because of the mag. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They're really handy. I love them. It was a little confusing at first, just kind of messing around with it. But you can honestly just mess around and be like, what if? Like, if you get... Like, right now, I've ran out of guns to use. I've just been bored, waiting on the wipe, honestly. But you can go through and see, what all the guns are, and you can play with them. Like, I have just random ones. That I've made. Like, I've customized the TAWs. This is the M1A I was talking about. And again, if you just hit find parts, it'll do all of it for you. And if it's not available, you can search that up or go to the flea market. But that's pretty much it. I think it's really handy, and I just figured I would, show some people how to use it, because it was a little confusing with me when I first started. But if you guys have any more questions, or any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment. And yeah, if you liked the video, feel free to show your support and like the video and subscribe. Thank you.